This is the researcher. Today I want to talk about the basics of Excel, especially to those who are very new to Excel and want to learn how to navigate through the worksheet. So for today's video, I would just like to talk about just the Home tab and three of its main features. One is the Clipboard, which is comprised of the paste, the cut, the copy, format ribbon. The font, which is comprised of this, the font itself, the font size, these tabs here, or these ribbons here, up to this point here. And then the alignment talks about the different alignments that we have in here, which is actually this part of the ribbon here. So let me go back to the Clipboard. So the Clipboard has four main features here, which is the cut, the copy, the paste, and also the format painter. I would like to emphasize this one because cut, copy, and paste are the most commonly used features in Excel, and it would be really nice for you to learn both how to use this one, but at the same time would be nice to also for you to apply this one using your keyboard. So for PC, these are the main keystrokes, and for Mac, these are the main keystrokes here. As an example, if we look at the cut ribbon here, so if you highlight this as an example here, if you want to cut it, if you want to use your mouse, just highlight this one here and then cut this one, and you will see this getting activated. And then if you want to paste this one somewhere, click somewhere here and then just click on paste, and there you go. So it's a similar application if you want to use the copy, but in this case you're just copying it, so that's just gonna go back. But before we copy, there is the keystroke here. The keystroke for that one is actually Control X for PC and Command plus X for Mac. So as an example here, so if you want to use the keyboard, just click on, in this case I'm using Mac computers, just Shift and then I think it's Control. So it will highlight everything. Instead of using your mouse, just go to the first line of the text that you want to copy. Press on Shift and then Control, and then Control X is actually the cut. Control X, and then you move it here, and then the paste here is actually Control V or Command B. So in this case, it's Control B or Command B. It's for either PC and also Mac. So that's how you cut and paste, and it's the same time for copy. But in this case, when you're copying, you just if you're very familiar with keyboard, and I really recommend that you use the keyboard here, you highlight the first line and then Shift and then Control to highlight everything, and then Control C is for copy, then Control V is for pasting it. So you're copying whatever you have in this line, in this row or column, to another column here. So that's how you do it. So I have taught you also how to paste, which is Control V or Command V. One thing I would like for everyone to learn is how we use the format painter. The format painter is actually this one here. So the use of this one, I mean, there's so many functions in here, but the commonly used one, like in this example here, so you have 7 persons here. As you will notice, person 1 through person 6, they have very similar font, but person 7 has a different font. I think it's Agency FB is the one for person 7. And if you want that person 7 to have a similar font as 1 to 6, you will have to choose either Calibri. Either click on this one and then you will have to choose Calibri here, which is this one here. Or as I mentioned here, if you want to use the format painter, what you need to do is just go to the one of the rows which has the format that you want to copy from, and then just click on this one, and then there you go. So they have now the same format. So that's how we use the the clipboard ribbons. They're very popular, so I think it's worth memorizing or knowing the keystrokes for this one, because it's gonna help a lot and you're gonna be more efficient. So that's for clipboard. And now we move on to the font, which is also under the home tab. So the font, as you can see here, it's highlighted in yellow. It's similar to the ones that I highlighted in clipboard. When I highlight it in yellow, it means that these are the most commonly used features in Excel, and it's worth memorizing the keystroke. So we're analyzing this one. So from here up to here is what we call the font. So if you wanna make some changes to the font, whether if you wanna make it bold, italics, underline, and then and so on and so forth, you can actually either use your mouse, like in this example, if you wanna make everything here bold, just highlight everything there, or and then there you go. Or if you want to use the keyboard for this one, so if you want to use the keyboard, so go to the first line and shift control and then arrow down, you will see it will highlight everything here, and then just click so here for PC it's Control B, but for Mac it's Command B or Control B. So it's the same thing. So it's the same concept or same application for italics and also for underline. But yeah, there are some other features here, like the ribbon here. You will see this is actually the square grid, whatever you're seeing here. You can make some changes to it by clicking on this one, and then you will see the different options there. So for this one, if you want to use the keystroke, there's also a keystroke for this one. I'm using a Mac now, so I won't be able to apply the keystrokes for PC or for Windows. But first thing you have to do is, if you want to apply, if you want to use the keyboard for this one, you press on Alt plus H first, and then something will appear on your screen when you use a Mac or Windows PC or Windows application. For Mac, for the next three, square grid, Calibri, and also this one here, it doesn't have any keystrokes for that one. But for the upward and also for the downward, so making it either increasing the font size or decreasing the font size, you could use these keystrokes here. But for Mac, it's actually this command here. So if you click on, let's say for this one, if you want to increase, if you want to increase this one, you could actually use this one. You could use your keys, your mouse. But if you want to use, let's say, your keyboard, the command for that one is Shift Command, and then you use this one, this greater than sign. And then if you want to use the decrease the font size, which you have to do the same thing, Shift Command, and then use the less than sign, and so on and so forth, and that's it. So for the fill color, you will see that there's a keystroke for that one. Press on Alt plus H first, and then press on H, and something will appear on the drop menu, and then you could make your changes there. But for Mac, there's no option for that. So that's basically for font, and I hope you guys are following. The last but not the least is actually the alignment. There's so many things in there. So the alignment is actually from here up to here, so this one, the difference between this one, this row here, and this row here, this is actually aligning it vertically, and then this is aligning it horizontally. So, and these are actually the different keystrokes here for PC or for Windows, and then these are the different keystrokes for Mac. This is pretty straightforward. Like for example, if you want to center this one, you could just click on this one, and then if you want to left align, click on this one, And then basically this one here is actually a right indent, and this is a left indent. So if you want to decrease or increase, so in this case I want to move it, you know, a little bit forward, what it was originally. So you could use actually this one here, but these ones are pretty straightforward. There is also an orientation here. So what you need to do with the orientation, if you click on this one, you will see, you know, the different orientation here. So let's click something like, for example, the center here. So if we click on this one here, you will see the format cell alignment. If you click on that one, you will see there's so many ways how to change that text. So right now it's showing like this, but if you want to show like this, just make that change here in this box here, and you will see how it's actually centered. So that's how actually you use it. Or you could use if you're using a Mac or a PC, you could use the Alt+H. After that, just press AC. Or if you want to center this one, yeah, in this case it's just vertically. I'm actually referring to the orientation. For the decrease indentation, I have already showed that to you. And then the wrap text is basically, if, for example, if your sentence is actually pretty long and it actually exceeded the line for that particular column here, you could actually click on this one and it will start wrapping the text to the second line. That's basically how you do this one. So click on this one, and there you go. And then for PC again, there is a keystroke for that, which you can actually also utilize as well, which can come really handy. So for now, I just talked about those three different features, those three different parts of the ribbon, the Excel ribbon. So I hope you guys are able to learn a lot of things from me today. Yeah, there's a lot of things that I can actually teach you the next time around. So the first part is just these three. The second part, I'll be talking about the other ones also, like the number, the editing also, and so on and so forth. But yeah, for now, it's just try to learn the clipboard, font, and alignment, and for sure you're gonna be using a lot of this in the future if you will continue using Excel. So that's basically it. I hope you will subscribe to my channel and will continue watching all my videos, and I will be posting a lot of videos in the future. Thank you very much. Again, this is the Researcher, and have a good day. Bye bye.